Okay, hello everyone. This is Abhishek Singh, Assistant Professor at Engineering College, Banswara, Rajasthan. So welcome to our channel, Tech Faculties. Here I will be discussing the subject Basic Electrical Engineering and the initiative Let's Bridge the Gap. Okay. So last lecture we have discussed some basic laws for circuit solving. Today we will discuss some solving methods to solve a complex electrical circuit. So first we will discuss the method that is called nodal analysis. We will discuss first the nodal analysis. What is nodal analysis? It's a circuit solving method in which we take a node voltage as a circuit variable and solve the equation in terms of node voltage only. So here are some steps we have to follow while applying nodal analysis. The first step is to select a node as the reference node, okay, and assign other n-1 nodes some voltages like V1, V2, V3. Okay. Second step is apply KCL to each non-reference nodes. Okay, and use Ohm's law to express the branch current in terms of node voltage. So if you are applying KCL, then the equation will be in terms of current only. So you have to change the equation in terms of node voltages because the node voltages are our circuit variable. Okay. Then solve the resulting simultaneous equation to obtain the unknown node voltages. Okay, so we'll take an example to make it better. Okay, here we have example complex circuit. So we have taken this as a reference node, and let's say this node, assign a voltage to this node. The first step, let's say this is V1 and this is V2 and this is V3. Okay, so according to first step we have assigned voltage to all non-reference nodes. Okay, next thing, assume current in each branch. Assume current in each branch, preferably outgoing. आप कैसे भी assume कर सकते हैं, doesn't matter. तो assume current in each branch. Okay, so suppose if we start with this node, 3 branches are connected to this node. One branch has already a 4 ampere current source. Assume current in this branch is I1. Okay, and current in this branch is I2. Okay, this node is clear. Now come to the node 2. So 3 branches also connected to node 2. So current in this branch, 3 ohm branch, is I1 already assigned, and current in 4 ohm is Ix, it's given, and here is the dependent current source, so no need to assign current here at node 2. Come to the node 3. This I2 is coming here, same current we have assigned earlier. Okay, and here this dependent current source is here, no need to assign. Here let's assign a current I3. Okay, so assigning is done. Now then the second step, apply KCL one by one. So let's say apply KCL at node 1. Okay, so KCL means incoming current is equal to outgoing current. At node 1, 4 ampere is incoming and I1, I2 is outgoing. So 4 is equal to I1 plus I2. Okay, next step, write the equation in terms of node voltage using Ohm's law. Okay, 4 is equal to I1. I1 is the current in this branch here. So current is what? The potential difference divided by resistance. Okay, and we all know the current flow from higher potential to lower potential. So V1 is at higher potential with respect to V2 if current direction is like this. Okay, so what will write? I1 is equal to V1 minus V2, that is potential difference, divided by resistance, that is 3 ohm. Okay, plus I2 is current in this branch, this one. So potential difference is V1 minus V3. Okay, the potential difference is V1 minus V3 divided by the resistance, that is 2 ohm. Okay, so you can simplify this equation. So we'll get 2V1, 3V1, 5V1, okay, minus 2V2 minus 3V3 is equal to 24. Okay, so let's say this is question 1. Now apply KCL at node 2 here. So here you have incoming current is I1 and 4Ix, and outgoing current is Ix. So incoming current is I1 plus 4Ix, outgoing current is Ix. Okay, so you can write it like I1 plus 3Ix is equal to 0. Okay, I1 again we have to write it in the term of node voltage. I1 is V1 minus V2 by 3 plus 3 into Ix. Ix is potential difference V2 minus 0. This is at ground potential 0. V2 minus 0, that is V2 by resistance, that is 4, is equal to 0. Here is your equation 2. Okay, now apply KCL at node 3 here. So here I2 is incoming and I3 is outgoing, 4Ix is outgoing. Okay, so I2 is equal to I3 plus 4Ix. Okay, so what is I2? I2 we have written earlier, V1 minus V3 by 2. V1 minus V3 by 2 plus I3. I3 is this one, V3 minus, this is at 0 potential, same node is here. Okay, so V3 what will write? I3 is equal to I3 we can write V3 by 6 plus 4Ix. 4Ix we have written earlier, that is V2 by 4, this current Ix. Okay, so this is your third equation. So you just have to solve this 3 simultaneous equation. You have 3 variable and 3 equation. You can solve it using any method like Cramer's rule, or you can solve it directly by your calculator. So you will get the node voltages, value of node voltages. You will get V1 as a 32 volt and V2 like 25.6 and V3 is equal to 62.4. So you can find anything with this node voltages. So if the question is like you have to find this current Ix, okay, using nodal analysis. So you applied nodal analysis and you get the value of node voltages. Then your question is the current Ix. So you know the current Ix is what? V2 by 4. So your Ix will be V2 by 4. Okay, so first find the value of node voltages using nodal analysis, then you can find anything, the any current in any branch, okay, and voltage across any branch. So this is simple method, nodal analysis. So now let's discuss the difficulties which comes using nodal analysis. Okay, so here we have two type of difficulties. First, if there is voltage source, simple voltage source between reference node and non-reference node. So it is not basically difficulty, it's a basically ease thing. Our circuit solving will get easy. Why? Because if we have a voltage source between reference node and non-reference node like this 10 volt, here we have a non-reference node, the V1, and we have reference node here. So if there is a voltage source between non-reference node and reference node, our the value of this non-reference node will be the same, that is the voltage source. So our V1 is clear, that is 10 volt. So this is not basically a difficulty, it will ease our circuit solving. But the second thing is the difficulty. So if there is a voltage source between two non-reference nodes, like this. Here you have a 5 volt voltage source between two non-reference node. So what you will do if you have a voltage source between two non-reference node? So here we'll apply a new concept, it's called super node. Okay, what we'll do in super node concept, you don't have to apply KCL here at node 1 because this value of this V1 is 10 volt directly. Okay, so you have to follow the same step. First step is to assign the voltage to non-reference node. Second, assign currents in each branch, like in this circuit we have assigned some current in each branch, so you have to assign current in each branch. Then third, what you have to do, combine these two nodes where there is a voltage source between them. Okay, there is a voltage source between V2 and V3, so combine these two nodes and there is a single node, that is super node. So this is your super node, and apply only one KCL, that is on super node. So you don't have to apply KCL at both node, that is on V2 or V3, but you have to supply a single KCL on this super node. So it's like a balloon, the super node is like a balloon, so you have to apply KCL at once, means the current entering in this balloon is equal to the current leaving in this balloon. Okay, so if we have to apply KCL at super node, what will you do? So let's say this is your super node, this balloon. So the current entering in the super node is, you can see this I1 is entering, this I4 is entering. So entering current is I1 plus I4, and the current leaving this balloon is I2 and I3. I2 and I3. Okay, fine. Now change this equation in the form of node voltage. So what will you write in place of I1? I1 is the current in this branch, that is V1 minus V2 by 2. V1 minus V2 by 2 plus I4. I4 is what? I4 is this current, that is V1 minus V3, V1 minus V3 by 4 is equal to I2. I2 is what? I2 is this one, that is V2 minus 0 by 8 plus I3. I3 is what? This one, this current, that is V3 by 6. Okay, this is your question 1. So now you have only one equation, that is KCL at supernode, but you have two variables V2 V3, so you need two equations. So one equation you can write directly from here, that this the potential difference between V2 and V3 is given directly, that is 5 volt. So you can directly write V2 minus V3 is equal to 5. Okay, so according to the polarity, V2 is at positive side, V3 is at negative side, so you write V2 minus V3 is equal to 5. So this is your second equation. Okay, so instead of applying KCL on individual nodes, you have to apply KCL on supernode. Supernode means the nodes between which this voltage source is. Okay. And then directly write the equation of potential difference between the nodes. Okay, so here you have three nodes, you have two equations, and third equation is clear, that is value of V1 is 10 volt, so you can write directly V1 is equal to 10 volt. Okay, so like this you can apply the concept of supernode, where there is a voltage source between two non-reference nodes. So if you have a parallel resistance between these nodes, so there is no mean of this resistance, you can include this resistance also in the balloon. Okay, so exact parallel, if there is a resistance in exact parallel with this voltage source, there is no mean of this resistance. Okay, but if there is a resistance in series, then it will be the conventional case. You have to assign current in this branch and apply KCL at each node. Okay, so we can take an example also with, okay, here we have example 4 volt. So we'll discuss this very quickly. So what we have to do, we have to apply nodal. The first step, assign node voltages. Let's say this is V1, this is V2, this is V3. Okay, then apply KCL. Assume the branch current. Suppose assume I1 here, here I2, and in this branch suppose current I3. In this branch suppose this is I4. In this branch suppose this is I5. And in this branch suppose this is I6. Okay, and next step is what? Apply KCL at each node. So KCL at node 1, it is here. So I1, I2, I3 all are outgoing, so I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to 0. Okay, next step, change this equation in terms of node voltage. So I1 is this current, so you have to write current in terms of node voltage. So potential difference is what? V1 minus this voltage, so V1 minus 10. So you are writing potential difference, that's why there is a minus. Not get confused that you are entering in positive terminal and writing minus here. This minus is for potential difference, you are writing difference. Okay, so V1 minus 10 by 3 प्लस. तो अगर यहाँ पे एक नेगेटिव पोलैरिटी होती तो आप क्या लिखते? V1 माइनस ऑफ 10, तब वो आप माइनस कंसिडर करते अगर नेगेटिव पोलैरिटी हमें एंटर होते हैं. बट ये माइनस जो हम लगा रहे हैं, ये दिस फॉर पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस. मेक इट क्लियर. ओके, I2 है हमारी ये करंट, दिस वन, एंड दिस इज V1 माइनस V2 बाई 2 प्लस I3 करंट है ये, दिस वन. दिस इज V1 minus, but we are entering in -4. We will write V1 minus 4 minus V3. यहाँ तक आ रहे हैं हम V3 तक, तो विल कंसिडर all voltages. V1 minus of 4 minus V3 divided by 4. Okay, so this will be your first equation. Apply KCL at node 2. At node 2 here. So here I2 is coming, I4 and I5 is outgoing. So I2 is equal to I4 plus I5. Next, convert it into node voltage. So I2 is V1 minus V2 by 2. I4 is V2 by 8. I5 is V2 minus 5 minus V3 by 2. So this is your second equation. Now apply KCL at node 3 here. So here you have I5 incoming, I3 incoming, I6 outgoing. So you will write I3 plus I5 is equal to I6. Okay, so I3 is V1 minus 4 minus V3, sorry, V1 minus of 4, that is plus 4, minus V3 divided by 4, plus I5. I5 is V2 minus 5 minus V3 by 2 is equal to I6. I6 is V3 by 6. So this is your third equation. Okay, so you have three equations, 3 variable. You have to solve the simultaneous equation and find the value of node voltages. Okay, so you have to just follow the steps one by one. This is very simple method. Okay, so let's talk about the another method, that is mesh analysis. Mesh analysis. So let's first discuss what is mesh. So mesh is the loop only which doesn't contain any other loop. Okay, so we'll define mesh as a mesh is a loop only which doesn't contain any other loop. Okay, so but mesh analysis is applicable only for planar circuit, only for planar circuit. Nodal is applicable for planar and non-planar also, but mesh analysis is applicable only for planar circuit. Okay, so let's discuss the step which we have to follow. In mesh analysis we have to, mesh analysis is the solving method only in which we take a mesh current as a circuit variable. Okay, so identify meshes first, then assign mesh currents in each mesh, apply KVL in each mesh, and using Ohm's law express the voltage in terms of mesh current, because the mesh current here is your circuit variable. Then solve the simultaneous equation, get the value of mesh currents. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, here we have a circuit, we have three meshes. Let's say this is mesh 1, this is mesh 2, and this is mesh 3, and we have assigned currents in all meshes, I1, I2, I3. You can randomly assign anything, anti-clockwise or clockwise. Suppose the question is this, you have to find this I0. Okay, तो क्वेश्चन आपका कुछ भी हो सकता है. अगर आपको mesh analysis लगाना है तो first you have to calculate this mesh currents using mesh analysis, then we can calculate anything. What is the question? Okay, so next step, apply KVL. So let's say KVL in mesh 1. सो केवीएल में हमने पढ़ा कि जैसे when we are while traveling in a particular loop or in a particular mesh, जो भी साइन पहले आएगा वो हम वोल्टेज को एज इट इज वो साइन लेंगे. रेजिस्टेंसेस में जो ड्रॉप है उसको हम हमेशा पॉजिटिव लेंगे. ओके, जो भी रेजिस्टेंस के ड्रॉप होंगे वो पॉजिटिव मिलेंगे. ठीक है, और वो रेजिस्टेंस जो कि किसी पर्टिकुलर ब्रांच में कॉमन है उनमें जो करंट जाएगी उसमें हम उसका डिफरेंस करंट होगी या फिर सम होगा. तो जिस भी मेश में हम केवीएल लगा रहे होंगे उस करंट को डोमिनेंट लेंगे. ओके, सपोज वी आर अप्लाइंग मेश इन दिस फर्स्ट, अप्लाइंग केवीएल इन दिस फर्स्ट मेश. तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद हियर. सो -16 प्लस 4 इंटू ड्रॉप वी आर टेकिंग पॉजिटिव 4 इंटू करंट. करंट I1 भी है इसमें इस डायरेक्शन में एंड I3 भी है इस डायरेक्शन में. मीन्स इसमें डिफरेंस जा रही है, दैट इज I1 माइनस I3. आप ये भी बोल सकते हो I3 माइनस I1, बट वी आर ट्रेवलिंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन विच इज सपोर्टिंग I1, सो विल टेक I1 माइनस I3. ओके, देन प्लस 2 current in this I1 in this direction and I2 in this direction, but we are traveling like this, so we'll take I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is your first equation. So you can simplify this. 4I1 6I1, 4I1 plus 2I1 6I1. Okay, minus 2I2 minus 4I3 is equal to 16. This is your equation number 1. Okay, now apply KVL in mesh 2. Okay, start with this. We are traveling like this. Okay, so 2. What is the current? Now we are traveling like this, so I2 is supporting our path, so we'll write I2 minus I1 instead of I1 minus I2. Okay, so here in 8 ohm we are traveling like this. This I2 is supporting 8 ohm, I3 is opposite, so we'll write I2 8 I2 minus I3 minus 10 I0, but I0, let's say 10 I0, but we know that is I0 is the current in this branch and that is the current, mesh current I3 only. I3 is flowing in 6 ohm, so we can write here also I0 is equal to I3 only. So let's simplify this equation. Minus 2I1 plus 10I2 minus 18I3. I0 को I3 कर लिया, is equal to 0 है. I3 is equal to 0. This is equation number 2. And apply KVL in mesh 3. You'll get 4 I3 minus I1. You're traveling like this. 4 I3 minus I1 plus 6 I3 and plus 8 I3 minus I2 is equal to 0. Okay, simplify करेंगे. Minus 4 I1 minus 8 I2 and plus 18 IE3 is equal to 0. This is your equation number 3. Okay, so you have 3 equations, 3 variable. You can solve this. From equation 2 and 3, what you will get from equation 2 and 3? Adding equation 2 and 3, 2 plus 3, what you will get? You will get minus 6I1 and plus 2I2 is equal to 0. Okay, now add equation this, let's say this is equation 4. Add equation 4 and equation 1, you'll get I3 is equal to minus 4 ampere. Okay, so I3, if I3 is equal to minus 4 ampere, it means your I0 is equal to minus 4. So by solving this simultaneous equation, you will get all three mesh currents, and then you can find anything, voltage across any branch or current through any branch. Okay, so now as we have discussed the difficulties in nodal analysis, there is some difficulties in mesh analysis also. So what is the difficulties? Let's discuss. So if we have a current source in a particular branch which is sharing the two mesh, okay, the branch in common between two mesh, if there is a current source between the branch in common in two mesh, then there is a problem, then we have to apply super mesh. If there is a current in a particular branch that belongs to an individual mesh only, then there is no problem, the value of that mesh current will be same as that's the current source. Okay, if there is a current source here like 2 ampere, then there is no problem, our I2 is 2 ampere only. Okay, but if there is a current in the branch common between two mesh, then there is a problem like this. So we have to follow the steps, assign mesh current in each mesh and apply KVL in that mesh which don't have any common branch which contain the current source. Okay, like in this mesh 3, in mesh 3 there is no problem. So first apply KVL in mesh 3. Okay, so what is it? 5 I3 minus I1 प्लस 5 I3, यहाँ पहुँच गए, फिर इधर आते हैं, प्लस 10 I3 minus I2 is equal to 0. This is our equation number 1. Now अब आपको दो अलग मेश में KVL नहीं लगाना है, हमें क्या करना है, ये जिसमें करंट सोर्स है ये कंप्लीट ब्रांच यहाँ से हमको ओपन कर देनी है. ठीक है, और फिर जो ये दोनों मेश के बीच में था इनको हमको मिला के एक कंप्लीट सुपर मेश बनाना है. ओके, और सिर्फ एक KVL अप्लाई करना है. सो वी हैव टू अप्लाई ओनली वन KVL इन सुपर मेश इंस्टेड ऑफ अप्लाइंग KVLs in individual meshes. Okay, so let's apply the KVL in super mesh. KVL in super mesh, start with here. So minus 24 plus 5 I1 minus I3. We are traveling like this, so it is supporting I1 and I3 is opposite, so we are taking I1 minus I3. Okay, now come to 10 here, plus 10 I2 minus I3. Okay, because our path is supporting I2 and opposite to I3, plus this 20 plus 20 I2 is equal to 0. Okay, so now you have two equation and three variable, so one equation is left, and that is very simple. We have 4 ampere in this branch, but according to our assumption, what we assume as a mesh current in this branch, in this direction, in this branch we have I1 like this and I2 is like this. Okay, So there is a difference of I1 and I2 in this branch, but this 4 ampere source is supporting I1, so we can take I1 minus I2 is equal to 4 ampere, or you can apply KCL here also. Here I2 is in this direction and your I1 is in this direction. Okay, I4 is coming here, so incoming current is equal to I2 plus 4 and outgoing is I1, so it is same, 4 is equal to I1 minus I2. Okay, so from here you'll get your third equation. Okay, so here you see there is a series resistance here with this current source, but there is no mean of this series resistance if you are applying सुपर मेश here. ओके, तो इस तरह से हमें नोडल एनालिसिस में अगर पैरेलल रेजिस्टेंस होता था नोड वोल्टेज उस वोल्टेज सोर्स के क्रॉस, तो उसका कोई मतलब नहीं था. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से हम इसको सुपर मेश अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, ओके. सो जनरली हम नोडल नोड वोल्टेज एनालिसिस प्रेफर करते हैं बिकॉज नंबर ऑफ इक्वेशंस उसमें कम हो जाती हैं एज कम्पेयर टू मैश एनालिसिस, और हमें कंफ्यूजन भी नहीं है कि कौन सा सर्किट हमारा प्लेनर है या नॉन प्लेनर है, बिकॉज नोडल इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर बोथ प्लेनर एंड नॉन प्लेनर. ओके, so if it is clear the solving methods, then next lecture we'll discuss circuit, the network theorems. Okay. Thank you.